Welcome to Sheridan's 57th Convocation. This morning we are honoring the graduates of the Faculty of Animation, Arts and Design. My name is Carol Altilia and I am Sheridan's Provost and Vice President Academic. As we gather virtually today, we would like to acknowledge that all of Sheridan's campuses reside on land that has been, and still is, the traditional territory of several Indigenous nations, including the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Wendat, the Métis, and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Since time immemorial, numerous Indigenous nations and Indigenous peoples have lived on and passed through this territory. We recognize this territory as covered by the Dish with One Spoon Treaty and the Two-Row Wampum Treaty, which emphasize the importance of joint stewardship, peace, and respectful relationships. As you may be joining us from different territories, we acknowledge the many diverse nations and territories you are joining from. Sheridan College affirms that it is our collective responsibility to honor, respect those who have gone before us, those who are here, and those who are yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, working, living, and thriving on this land. Congratulations, graduates. Convocation is a major milestone in your life, one made all the more meaningful by the unprecedented challenges you've had to overcome this past year. You've completed your program during a time when we had to quickly adapt the ways in which we work and learn, lacked a sense of normalcy and routine, were prevented from gathering and celebrating in person with our friends and family, and faced threats or impact to our financial stability and security. As we start to see vaccination numbers increase and COVID-19 case rates slowly decrease around the world, we can all take comfort in the knowledge that better is coming. But as we gather virtually today in celebration and anticipation of a brighter future, we also recognize those who have suffered the greatest loss of all during the pandemic. Sheridan mourns every Canadian who has died from this terrible disease, and we grieve alongside each student, faculty, and staff in the Sheridan community who has lost a loved one to COVID-19. We would also like to recognize the Sheridan students who are no longer with us. Though no longer in our midst, their contributions and memories endure. We cherish the moments they had with each and every member of our Sheridan community. Although their time was cut short, they will be remembered in the hearts of everyone, their professors, classmates, friends, and especially their loving families. To begin our convocation ceremony, please join our new graduates from the Honors Bachelor Music Theatre Performance Program, Torian Tilak Singh and Isabella Wolder, accompanied by Michael Mulrooney in singing of our national anthem.
Native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Car ton doigt s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée, tes plus brillants espoirs. And free, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you for that beautiful rendition of O Canada. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Janet Morrison, Sheridan's President and Vice Chancellor, to officially launch this convocation.
Thank you, Carol. On behalf of Sheridan, I extend a warm welcome to you, our graduates in the Faculty of Animation, Arts and Design, and to your family members and friends who are joining us today for this virtual ceremony. Convocation is an important milestone in our students' experience. It's the culmination of years of hard work and a stepping stone into your future. While I am disappointed, like all of you, that circumstances prevent us from celebrating your achievements in our traditional fashion, the importance of this occasion is undiminished. The last 15 months have been a learning experience for all of us, and I'm so proud of the determination you've shown in successfully completing your program in the midst of these unprecedented circumstances. Resilience and grit are qualities we strive to nurture in our students, and your success in reaching this point assures me that we are advancing that goal. My colleagues and I are passionate about post-secondary education because we know it transforms people, families, and communities. It's not just that graduates enjoy higher rates of employment and greater earning power. It's that an investment in higher education propels people to be healthier, more engaged, conscious citizens in our democracy, which is more important now than ever before. You are graduating at a time of global economic and political uncertainty. As our Chancellor, Hazel McCallion, will share with you shortly, past generations have also faced unforeseen challenges and risen to the occasion. I'm confident that you, armed with your degree, diploma, or certificate, and the overall learning and skills that you've gained from your Sheridan experience, are well equipped to go forth and make a positive impact. In closing, I would ask you to consider those who have fueled, funded, or inspired your learning journey, be they family, friends, and/or your professors. They deserve our collective thanks and recognition. It is now my pleasure to introduce a brief video message from Sheridan's Chancellor, Hazel McCallion.
Greetings to the graduating class of 2021. To the many family members, friends, staff, and faculty joining our virtual audience, welcome. I'm glad to be able to share some thoughts with you on this special day. It is a great honor for me to serve as Sheridan's first ever Chancellor. As someone who never had the opportunity to attend college or university, I have a keen appreciation for how meaningful this milestone is for you. And as someone who grew up during the Great Depression and oversaw many changes as mayor of Mississauga, I also understand what it means to embark on a new journey during a pivotal moment in history. As the class of 2021, you are graduating at a time when our society continues to face a great challenge, one that requires all of us to work together to overcome. And we will, together with you, our newest graduates. It will take hard work, ingenuity, passion, and commitment. I have no doubt that you are ready and that Sheridan has prepared you well. You are graduating from one of the most progressive post-secondary institutions in Canada, one that instills in our students a desire and resolve to go out and make a difference in their communities. While this is a moment of unprecedented change in our world, it is also a moment of great opportunity. There's everything out there for you. Go for it with enthusiasm and dedication, and you will be a success. I wish you the very best on this next chapter.
thank you so much, Chancellor McCallion, for that inspiring message. It is now my honor to introduce Sarah Ibrahim, a member of the first graduating class of the Honors Bachelor of Creative Writing and Publishing, and Sheridan's inaugural Poet Laureate. Sarah has successfully published her work in professional literary venues and has been nominated for several national poetry contests. Next year, she will be going on to complete an MFA in creative writing at the University of British Columbia.
Graduation Spark. Class of 2021, hello from afar. Welcome to your graduation. This is not the graduation we envisioned. This is not the final year we expected. This is not the bittersweet end to our school days we yearned for, but our celebratory spark endures, as does the grief that comes with all good endings. We should remember that spark, like all energy, does not die, it transforms. It grows and winnows into new beginnings. It transmutes all it touches. It alters us even as itself ends. So, yes, gone in our celebration is a pressing of the crowd. Gone is the stage. Gone are the echoes of applaud. The cheers of friends and family is soft and far away. Gone is the congratulatory hugs and handshakes. No bouquet taken, and no moment on stage. What lingers is a tenderness of a last class, the end to life as a student, the shifting hope. A spark that carries on, that burns for just a little bit longer. What remains is a loneliness of a good ending, of the embers left at the end of an educational fire. Yes, something intangible is missing, something in the smoke and fog of a physical celebration. Sure, the electricity of a shared space and time is gone. Our isolated screens both separate and connect us. We alone celebrate together. But that spark, that energy of a lingering end, and the joy of new beginnings lives here in this moment. Even in this moment of distant celebration of stifled joy, let us rekindle the flame and let sweetness overcome. Hold on to the pride and triumph, that high that comes with burning success, or capture this relief we feel at a hard-earned end, that lingering relief of earning a hard graduation. And finally, embrace even the fear-tinged thrill that comes with new beginnings. Here at the end, take a moment to remember ourselves in our first fiery school days. Think about the light that guided us from a gasping, stumbling semester. Remember our shifting journey of a strike, a funding cut, and finally a pandemic. Each one taking some of our number, but not our fire. Let us celebrate the journey so filled with burning energy and heat. This is a parade of wide-flung graduating class synchronized together. This space between us is less than the distance glass can throw sparking light. Bedroom lights have replaced stage lights. Our smiles are the same. Computer screens have supplanted stages. Our whispered conversation by DMs. Our applause is internal and far away, but not less joyous than when out loud and up close. Here at the end, take a moment to remember ourselves in the early optimistic first days. Think about that light that guided us from a gasping first semester. Remember our shifting journey of a strike, a funding cut, and finally a pandemic. Each one taking some of our number, but not our fire. A gift of a journey is a satisfying end, a fire, a spark, an ember that keeps its glow. Class of 2021, goodbye and congratulations from afar.
Thank you, Sarah, for your inspiring message. At this time, I'd like to introduce the chair of Sheridan's Board of Governors, a leader deeply invested in students, learning, and graduate outcomes, Mr. John Fleming, to extend greetings from the board and confer this year's credentials.
Thank you, Janet. We have been presented with the list of graduands who have successfully completed the curriculum of their chosen program as required by Sheridan's Board of Governors and recommended by the Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design to be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishment. I therefore confer their degrees, diplomas, and certificates on them in absentia with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I want to extend our warmest congratulations to the class of 2021. We are always proud of our Sheridan graduates, and never has it been more true, that pride, than this year. Faculty and students alike have had to learn resilience and have had to pivot to an entirely different way of learning and teaching. So it's especially wonderful for me to have an opportunity to extend congratulations to the class of 2021 on behalf of the entire Board of Governors. At this time, I'd like to hand the virtual floor over to Sean McNabney, Interim Dean of the Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design, to deliver his remarks and introduce your valedictorian.
On behalf of the Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design, I'd like to congratulate each of you for completing your respective programs, an accomplishment that demonstrates your resilience, determination, and dedication, especially in these challenging times. You arrived at Sheridan to be different and to make a difference through creative explorations. You leave Sheridan armed with a unique combination of artistic talent, professionalism, and technical sophistication, poised for success and prepared to make creativity a force for change. It's an academic tradition for a representative of the graduating class to speak on behalf of their fellow graduates, looking back on your Sheridan experience and looking forward to the future journey on which you are about to embark. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's valedictorian from the Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design, Tang Vu. Tang is graduating this spring from Sheridan and the University of Toronto's joint degree program in Art and Art History. He has also earned a certificate in curatorial studies from the University of Toronto, for which he co-curated an exhibition at the university's Blackwood Gallery. Born in Vietnam, Tang moved to Canada to study art. This international immersion allowed him to develop a broad cross-cultural perspective, which has significantly informed his artistic practice. Tang understands the power of education and seeks to share his knowledge with a range of communities. He embraces the social implementation of art, and his projects embrace and question the blurred line between contemporary art and the everyday. He is exhibited at the 2021 Design TO Festival and at VAM 42, a 2020 juried exhibition at the Art Gallery of Mississauga, where he was awarded the Curator's Award for his work, Song by the Mute. I'm honored to turn the camera over to Tang, your Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design valedictorian.
Thank you, Dean McNabney. Greetings to our virtual audience, our friend, family, and of course the graduating class of 2021. I am deeply honored to be speaking to all of you today in this unique convocation setting. I would like to congratulate the class of 2021 for your incredible achievement during these peculiar times. This might sound illogical, but in order to move forward, we should take a step back. Some of us might felt as though we underachieved or underwhelmed with online classes during the pandemic. But please be assured that our being together here today as graduates signifies an immeasurable accomplishment. Sometimes we tend to move ahead without really processing what we have gone through. I would like all of us to take a moment to realize how fortunate we are to be able to pursue our study and dreams in the midst of chaos. Funnily enough, the pandemic has taught me to look more closely and to think more carefully. I have learned to appreciate the small things in life and to find beauty in the mundane, the everyday. I still remember my early day as a student, when I would commute by train to the college while carrying a gigantic art project for critique. An event that involved many eyes staring strangely at me and my artwork. Over time, I grew used to what was asked of me, and I became confident that the work I made uniquely belonged to me and profoundly expressed my beliefs. As the painter Georgia O'Keeffe, who moved to New Mexico to find inspiration, said, Whether you succeed or not is irrelevant. There's no such thing. Make your unknown known is the important thing. Being successful and working for a big company and getting a fat paycheck would be nice sometimes. But no matter what failure or success we may have, what is important is that we keep our integrity, maintain a curious mindset, remain open to change, and seek to see things from multiple perspectives. To everything there's a time. I treasure the time I spent at school, but now each of us will have to leave Sheridan. And while we'll go on in many directions, some of us may even meet at the same stop. Nonetheless, it is now time to set off on our own, to explore and to catch our next train. It might seem surreal and abrupt, but aren't all farewells sudden? Looking forward, I hope that we can all be present throughout our lives, to live and enjoy a moment like this to the fullest. Keep in mind that the world that we are about to enter is not perfect. I do not think anything will ever be. So do not be afraid to fail, as risk-taking is so important in the arts. Congratulations, class of 2021, as you venture onto your life outside of the classroom. For all your stops on the train of life, whatever destination you may reach, I hope that you stay healthy and happy. Please be kind to your family, your parents, and the people that help us to be where we are. And treat others like you would like to be treated. I wish you all the best with your future endeavors.
Congratulations, Tang, and thank you for your insightful and inspiring words. I eagerly look forward to hearing about your next success. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker, Akil McKenzie. Akil is a gifted director and videographer who graduated from Sheridan's Bachelor of Film and Television program in 2018. As the founder and chief executive officer of Falling Motion, he's worked for various clients, creating music and corporate videos for companies including Nike and Lexus. In February, he also launched his new film, Historians, which brings together his powerful spoken word poem that poignantly captures the experience of anti-Black racism. His film has gone viral on social media and was recently featured on CBC's The National. It also won Best Social Justice Film at the Vancouver Independent Film Festival. Thank you for joining us today, Akil.
The way I want to start this, I'm gonna start that over. It was disgusting. I'm gonna do it again. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Akil McKenzie, or on Instagram, Akil.McKenzie. If you're trying to follow me, you know what I'm saying. And I am a 2018 graduate from the honors of Bachelor of Film and Television. Right now, I currently am in a full-time job running my own media production company, which is called Falling Motion. We shoot like commercials, music videos, weddings, films, all that stuff. I do what I went to school for. So the way I want to start this is by asking if you guys remember 2012. You know, that's the year where there were all these kinds of predictions that the world was going to end, and there were movies and songs all dropping about it, and everyone was like, it's the end of the world! And spoiler, we got through it. Now, 2020 comes along and everyone's like, yo, the Mayans got it wrong, bro. We read it wrong. It's not supposed to be 2012. The world's gonna end in 2020. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty legit. Because the world looked like it was actually burning. Global pandemic, political upheaval, human rights were just endangered left, right, and center, and yet we made it through that year too. Now, here we are, and I'm speaking with the graduating class of 2021. You know, that sounds nice. Like, that's a nice year to see you graduated. Like, 2021, like it's good. It sounds good. And you made it through that. You were a part of that. And now, as you graduate, the world's just gonna keep burning. It's going to keep happening. But that's okay. Because as it's already been proven, that does not stop you from shooting for success. Like, look where you are now. Now, when I say success, I don't mean that as career, not lifestyle. I'm talking about happiness. True success is happiness for yourself and for those around you. And the way life works, a lot of people aren't given the opportunity to find that success. Many people aren't in circumstances that encourages that happiness. And that's why it's kind of okay to see the world burn down, because it gives us the chance to rebuild. And we are the generation that will take that fire and turn it into light. You finished your time at Sheridan in circumstances that you couldn't have dreamed of when you started. The Sheridan alumni community is so proud of you. Congratulations, Bruins. Let's shoot for success.
You finished your time at Sheridan in circumstances you never could have dreamed of when you started.
The Sheridan alumni community is proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bruins, and welcome to the alumni community. We'll be here to cheer you on as you start your career, and I can't wait to see what you'll accomplish next.
Congratulations, Bruins. You've worked so hard. Now it's your turn to celebrate.
Savor every moment of this exciting time in your life, and welcome to Sheridan alumni.
Thank you so much, Akil, and all of our incredible alumni who continue to support Sheridan. It is now time for that special moment, the virtual presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates, which will be highlighted on each graduate's slide. But before we begin, I want to speak to the special designations and awards that some of you have received for outstanding academic achievement. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.6 to 3.89 will receive a light blue honor cord in recognition of their honors status. Students who achieve a cumulative program grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 will receive a double blue honor cord in recognition of their high honor status. The student in each program with the best academic record overall will be awarded the Board of Governors Silver Medal. Those graduates who have completed the board undergraduate certificate in creativity and creative problem solving, in addition to their degree program, will also be bestowed the Creativity Honor Cord. This honor cord is a symbol of academic achievement, and the color orange represents creativity. The stole that you will receive, along with your parchment, is a symbol of academic achievement that represents the realization of excellence in your chosen program and symbolizes your membership in the international community of scholars. Any special designations our graduates have received will appear on their individual slide along with their personal reflection and picture. Our Indigenous graduates will also receive sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is one of the 4 sacred medicines of First Nations communities, along with sage, cedar, and tobacco. It is used by many Indigenous communities across North America for ceremonial purposes, smudges, healing, and talking circles. The smoke is believed to purify thoughts and physical spaces and to promote wellness. It is often braided with the 3 sections representing mind, body, and soul, or love, kindness, and honesty. There is a further institutional honor that we recognize at Convocation each year. The highest academic honor awarded by post-secondary institutions in Canada is the Governor-General's Medal. This medal recognizes the graduate who has achieved the highest academic record from among the members of the graduating class. We would now like to recognize this year's recipient. Honey, good morning. My name is Janet. I'm Sheridan's president. Do you know why we're here today? That is awesome. You should be doing this announcement and award. That is exactly it. So congratulations. Like, we're so thrilled for you. The Governor General's Award is a really big deal. So congratulations. Thank you for choosing Sheridan. We've heard just amazing things from your faculty, and so we're so proud of you. Honestly, you carry with you Sheridan's legacy in all that you're going to do. And I can't imagine how much work you've invested in this, particularly with 2 kids at home. So congratulations. Yeah, the last year in particular couldn't have been easy. So well done, well done. Congratulations. Congratulations again to the graduating class in the Faculty of Animation, Arts, and Design. We are so proud of you and the 190,000 alumni of this great institution. Please know that as soon as public health directives allow, we hope to offer you the opportunity to cross our stage and celebrate your accomplishment in person. Until then, on behalf of our entire learning community, I'd like to thank you for choosing Sheridan to advance your educational and your life goals. Best of luck in the next step of your journey, and please stay in touch with our incredible alumni team.